It's intern John. This holiday season, spend more time enjoying the occasion. Safeway simplifies your holiday prep so you can savor every moment. From gift cards to party trays, beer, wine, and delicious desserts like freshly baked pies, cookies, and custom cakes decorated to order. Safeway is your holiday headquarters. So make sure to visit your neighborhood Safeway today or shop online for easy pickup or delivery. They're here to help you. Sincerely, Safeway, your favorite local supermarket.
Why?
Why?
If you have T-Mobile 5G home internet, you might be hearing this
Why?
a lot.
Why?
Every time your internet slows down during the busiest hours.
Why?
Why?
Because your network gives priority to cell phone users.
Why?
Good question. Why not switch to Cox Internet with 2 times faster download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet during peak hours?
Okay.
Stop the whys and visit cox.com/5G home for details. T-Mobile prioritizes certain T-Mobile phone users over home internet users during times of congestion.
The Fibber, MCGee, and Molly Show. NBC and Papermate Pens bring you Fibber, MCGee, and Molly transcribed. The show is written by Phil Leslie and Phil Dench and directed by Max Hutto. We'll join Fibber and Molly in just a moment. Can you stop in time? Ask yourself that question the next time you drive your car. If the car in front of you should jam on his brakes to avoid a stray dog, if a child should dash across an intersection, if a tire should blow out, could you stop in time to save a life? Slippery roads, fogged windshields, poor visibility, all of these factors mean that you must be more alert in following simple safety rules. Always get the feel of the road before you accelerate. Try out your brakes to discover just how slick the road surface may be and adjust your speed to driving conditions. Check on your driving habits. Keep your windshields clear of fog. Be certain your headlights and wipers are in working condition. In wet weather, never slam on your brakes. It's a sure way to put your car into a skid on a slick road. And always follow at a safe distance. Traffic accidents and death rates are still extremely high. Be careful. Accidents don't always happen to the other fellow. Mr. and Mrs. McGee of 79 Wistful Vista have invited Dr. Gamble and his lady friend over this evening to help decorate the Christmas tree. Coffee and fruitcake will be served in the dining room, and the host and hostess are getting things ready right now.
Where do you want these ornaments, Molly? And the tinsel?
Just put them there beside the tree, dearie. I'll be with you in a minute. You can start untangling the strings of lights if you want to. I brought them up from the basement.
I see 'em. Boy, are they ever a mess. Looks like a pile of insulated spaghetti with red and green meatballs.
Christmas tree lights are always a mess when you bring them out for the holidays. You know that.
I thought it wasn't going to be like that this year. Seems to me I remember coiling each string up separately last year and putting them in a box to put away neat.
You did?
I did.
Coiled each string neatly, put them in a box, fell down the basement steps with them, gathered them up, and flung the whole mess into the fruit cellar. Remember?
Okay, I'll start untangling them. What time's Doc and his gal friend coming?
Around 8.
I sure wish Uncle Dennis was here to help us. He could take care of putting the lights on the tree himself, you know.
The lights?
Sure. If there's anybody knows how a Christmas tree ought to be lit up, it's Uncle Dennis, because he used to come home every night. What you going to do with the candlesticks?
Put them on the table. I thought we'd have our coffee and cake by candlelight.
Oh, Molly, you're not going to put us through that eating in the dark routine again, are you?
Well, I thought it would be nice.
You remember what happened last summer when we had Herb and Ruth Travis over and you made us eat by candlelight? And Herb ate the nasturtiums and drank the finger bowl and said the soup and salad were delicious.
Oh, Herb was clowning.
Well, that's the night I stuck the drumstick in my eye and I wasn't clowning. That hurt.
McGee, anytime you can't find your mouth with fried chicken, that's not darkness, that's eagerness. I just thought candlelight would be sort of romantic for the doctor and Miss Callahan, but it...
Light the candles if you want to, but leave the ceiling lights on, too, will you?
Well, if you feel that strongly about it, I'll skip it.
Good. Anyhow, when you start cutting that cake, old Fatso ain't going to be interested in romance. Just food.
Oh, I don't know about that now. He drives this girl home from the library 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah? Must be kind of tough trying to romance a librarian, you know that?
Why?
Well, you start whispering in her ear and she thinks she's back at work.
I guess the doctor makes out all right, though.
Can't you just imagine Doc saying to her, "Have you got a kiss for old Doc?" And she says, I'll look and see. Who's the author of it?
That's a funny idea, dearie.
There's one string loose. Say, you don't think what's-her-name Doris is really interested in old lard bucket seriously, do you?
Well, it could happen. Look before I forget it. I don't want you throwing any of those comedy names of yours at the doctor tonight.
Me?
You'll be trying to make a nice impression, so you behave. You hear?
Oh, I always behave.
Yes, you always don't behave. Now, none of that tonight.
You mean I can't greet my best friend at the door with a cheery welcome like Happy Yuletide, Blubberbottom? Or maybe just a simple dignified good evening, Flab?
No.
Okay. Well, there's the lights all untangled. That's not as bad as I thought.
I bought some new bulbs. They're there on the mantel. We always need to...
Wait till I plug this string in and see how they look. Make sure they're in good working order before we put them on the tree, and we won't have trouble later on because... Don't light. Probably got a loose bulb.
While you're checking it, I'll plug in the other string and see if it works. We should buy some new lights soon. These strings are about... Well, what do you know? It works.
Great. This one's okay now, too, I think. A couple of bulbs were loose. Let me plug it in there. Aha! Look at that. All lit up like the Great White Way.
Well, hallelujah.
Yay.
This is the first Christmas in our married life that all the tree lights worked at the same time. Lay them there by the tree with the ornaments.
Oh, boy. This is a good sign, Molly. Anytime I can get the Christmas tree lights working without running after my toolbox and 6 rolls of friction tape, well, I'm sailing.
This is your night.
You said it.
Maybe for once in our life. Watch your feet.
This.
Oh.
What'd I step on?
Yes.
Which string?
Both of them.
I better run and get my toolbox. Well, don't wait, Molly, my mate. We have a date to tell the folks shopping late about Papermate.
What's that, McGee?
I said that right now we want to tell everyone who's shopping late about a swell gift idea.
Oh, you mean Papermate pens?
Right.
Well, I'd like to say that Papermate is a foolproof gift idea. Everybody can use one, and you don't have to worry about color or styles or quality. Papermate is the pen approved by bankers and school principals all over the country.
Yes, and I got it straight from a loose-lipped reindeer that Santa approves, too. And he ought to. Everyone else does. The famous retractable Papermate pen can't leak. The ink can't smear or transfer. You get up to 70,000 words without refilling.
And Papermate comes in 7 beautiful color combinations. Buy one in each color so you'll have some on hand for extra gifts or favors.
That's a good idea. If you're shopping late, give Papermate. Even after Santa takes off, you can buy Papermate pens at your neighborhood drugstore for only $1.69.
So if you're shopping late, give Papermate.
Shopping late? Give Papermate. Okay, Molly. That ought to do it. Plug them in again.
Okay. Contact.
Sure you got the plug in tight?
Absolutely.
Something must be wrong.
Clever observation.
Well, this don't scare me, kiddo. I'll go over this wiring inch by inch, and don't you worry. I'll get these Christmas tree lights fixed tonight if it takes me till next Christmas. Hand me them pliers, and what you looking at?
What on earth is this behind the big chair here? Did you put these here?
You mean those empty eggshells? Don't touch them, kiddo. I got a great gag.
What in the world is the idea?
Now, look. When old Doc comes in, you tell him to sit there in the big chair, see? When he flops down, I'll holler, "What's the ornaments, Fatso?" And then I'll crunch them eggshells with my foot, see? That way, we'll get a million laughs out of the look on his face.
No.
Huh?
You'll do nothing of the kind.
Oh.
You're not going to embarrass the doctor now in front of Miss Callahan.
Okay, I won't. But gee whiz, I don't know why you guys...
Here they are now. I'll get the door. Come in, come in. So nice to see you both.
Hi, Doc.
Glad to
Hello.
see you.
Happy Yuletide, Docky. Hi, Doris.
Let me take your things. Put your overcoat here in the hall, Doctor.
I'll take it, Doctor.
Oh, my, what a beautiful tree, Molly.
Well, I'm so glad you could come help us decorate it, dear.
I appreciate being included. I know that you and Mr. McGee are George's dearest friends, and you're sweet to include me in.
George's dearest friends. Oh, bragging again, are you, George?
I didn't say both of them, Doris. I just meant Molly. You can see at a glance that being friends with little mullet head here takes a mighty patient personality.
I'll toss your mighty personality on the sofa there, Lard Bucket. Doctor.
Thank you, Sonny. I will.
Sit down, Doris.
Watch the ornaments, Fatso.
Great Scott.
McGee, I told you not to pull that silly eggshell trick.
I never touched them eggshells.
Oh.
Good heavens. that right on a box of ornaments.
It's perfectly all right, Doctor.
I must have broken 3 or 4 of them.
You broke 6 of them, matter of fact. But that's okay, Clumsy. We got plenty.
Terribly awkward of me.
Oh, you couldn't help it, George.
Oh, no, you couldn't help it, George. Gee whiz, you can't see behind you.
Of course not.
Nobody can. Take a periscope 6 foot long to look around behind that big tub of... Oh, you couldn't help it, George.
Say, when can we go to work here? I'm anxious to start on that tree.
You kids go ahead. Get a kitchen chair and start hanging ornaments, Doc. I got to fix these strings of lights.
You've got some beautiful ornaments here, Molly. Look, George, isn't this pretty?
Yeah, it looks like artificial fruit. What's it supposed to be, Molly?
A pear, I think.
Yeah, you know what a pear is, kids. A banana with its girdle off.
Get busy on the lights, dearie. We'll start hanging ornaments.
Got this socket fixed okay. Now wrap some tape around here.
How are you coming, McGee? The light's nearly ready?
Any minute, kiddo, any minute.
Hand me up some more ornaments, will you, girls?
Oh, here's a pretty red one, George. Careful.
Thanks. Top of the tree's a little bare.
Yeah, top of the doctor's getting a little bare, too, ain't it, Doctor? Shining in my eye.
McGee.
Oh, excuse me. That was the light reflecting off an ornament there, Doc. I thought it was your noggin.
True you're giving him a new hat for Christmas, Molly, with holes in the crown so his ears can come through?
It's an idea, Doctor.
Ah, it's great to have you around at Christmas time, Doc, because I guess to Molly and me, you'll always seem, well, just like Santa Claus does.
That's a very nice thought, my boy. Are you referring to my jovial, cheery disposition or my well-known generosity?
No, I was referring to your big round shape, Doctor.
Oh.
See there, Molly? See how it shakes when he laughs like a bowl full of jelly?
McGee. He doesn't mean anything, Doris. They go on like this all the time.
Oh, I know.
Come on, cornball, get the lights ready. Want me to run down to Kramer's and buy some new tree lights, Molly? We all know little Butter Thumbs here is never going to get them up.
Oh, we all do we all? Well, for your big fat information, Doctor, the lights are all fixed. New bulbs and everything.
Wonderful. String them on the tree and light them up, and we'll have some coffee and fruit cake and admire our work.
This will just be the prettiest tree in town.
And why not? Look who decorated it.
The reason these lights took me a while is because I did a real job while I was at it. I spliced the 2 strings together so they'll be easier to handle.
Good, that's a good idea.
Go ahead, plug them in. I'm anxious to
Okay,
see.
where's the wall plug? Oh, here it is. Watch how pretty them new bulbs look. There.
Oh.
Holy smoke.
McGee, what happened?
Every light in the house is out.
Dark, ain't it?
I think I like the tree better the other way. We could see it.
What do we do now, Mr. Edison?
Hey, I got a wonderful idea. Let's light up some candles, Molly. Have our coffee and cake by candlelight,
Oh.
huh? I just love candlelight. It's more romantic that way, and I claim...
Fibber and Molly will be right back. Only one more shopping day left. Sure hope you've completed all except those inevitable last-minute finishing touches. Tomorrow, if you wind up in the mad whirl of last-minute Christmas shopping, unwind as you sit back, relax, and enjoy the wonderful programs on the NBC radio network. Somehow, there's nothing so nice as to get home, take off your shoes, and relax as you listen to the radio. Tomorrow evening, NBC will be celebrating Christmas Eve on many of your favorite programs. There'll be a special program in the Yuletide spirit on the Roy Rogers Show as Roy and Dale celebrate on the Double R Bar Ranch. Robert Young will take his family in tow during Father Knows Best for an amusing and entertaining show, while Eddie Cantor will highlight some of the Christmases which remain brightest in his memory of show business. Ralph Edwards promises you a very special Christmas Eve show, and throughout the evening the Christmas chimes will ring out on NBC. We hope that tomorrow night, after the stockings are hung by the chimney with care, you'll let us at NBC join you for Christmas Eve.
Well, it was a nice evening, McGee.
Yep, and that candlelight was just as romantic as you said it'd be. You know, Doc Gamble's in love. He told me so.
Did he really? What'd he say? What'd he tell you?
Well, it was just before they left. I took him out to the kitchen, to get a glass of water. You know what he says to me? He says, McGee, he says, I love that fruitcake. So I gave him a piece to take home.
Good.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Paper-Mate Pens have brought you the Fibber, McGee, and Molly program, transcribed with Arthur Q. Bryan as Dr. Gamble and Mary Jane Croft as Miss Callahan. This is John Wald inviting you to be with us again tomorrow night for another visit with Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
Now's the time to get Mom a kitchen radio for Christmas for the great daytime shows on the NBC Radio Network.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.